Hello, everyone. Still on motion. We are still solving problem on motion. The question here says a body which is uniformly retarded comes to rest. This was the question we solved previously. There's a question here that says a body moving with uniform acceleration A has 2 points. We have there in pairs 5 and 15, then 20 and 60, 20 and 60 on a velocity time graph. This may calculate A, that may calculate acceleration. In velocity time graph, a pair of points, we'll say point, maybe point A in velocity time graph is represented by the points, by the pair of coordinates, time and speed. That is T for time, V for speed. I represent the points in velocity time graph. Now, the first point given to us, we have 5 and 15. Then we also have 5 and 15 shows that the speed is 15 meters per second and the time is 5. Then we have another point giving us 20, 60. The time is 60, the speed is 60 meters per second. Now we are going to extract the information from this graph. Starting with this, we can have a V2, so the 60 meters per second, that's a V2. T2, this is 20 second. That. And the other point here, that should be V1. V1 is 15 meters per second. And 5 here, T1 represent 5 meters per second. The slope of a velocity time graph represents the acceleration. So for us to get the acceleration, we use this expression that says V2, V1 all over T2, T1. Substitute the value. We have V2 is 60. 60 minus 15, that's V1. And T2 is 20. 20 minus 5. 60 minus 15 give us 45. We have here 15. Acceleration 55 divided by 15 will have 3 meters per second. So that's the acceleration when the question is to calculate A. This pair of points given to us, we end up having the acceleration to be A. The next question, a mango fruit drops to the ground from the top of its tree, which is 5 meters high. How long does it take to reach the ground? In this question, the height is given. The height is given as 5 meters. How long? We're looking for time, T. Acceleration due to gravity is 10 meters per second. This question is similar. I've solved this question where we derive an expression from the equation of motion that says H is equals to half gt squared. If you go back to my previous video on this, I've solved a similar question where we derive from the equation of motion. So this is the expression we use to solve this problem. You have to tackle this to solve the problem. And we are looking for time. If we make time the sum of formula, that should give us 2h all over g, the square root. We substitute this value here. 2h is 5, then g is 10. H is 5, 10. That will give us the square root of 10 over 10. That is the square root of 1. So T is 1 second. T is 1 second in this question. So that's how long does it take to reach? It takes 1 second to reach the ground.